of who he was talking to on the phone, unless they believe that somehow he did set it up.
According to Lil Baby,
what you guys say, Lil Baby?
Lil Baby said that that the twins or the brothers are saying that they rehearsed the attack a week earlier, and that the text messages would support that this was something that was planned or whatever.
What they're saying.
And then Lil Baby let me know it's not difficult to manipulate a PDF.
Yeah,
I'm a graphic designer and I do it often. Hey, Lil Baby, I need to talk to you. You're a graphic designer. We need to talk about some things. All right?
I never said it was. I'm just saying.
No, I'm talking about me. Y'all were the ones that said it. I was the one that was like, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to put. I know. I mean, clearly it can be done. I don't know how to do it.
The fact that you can look at it and anybody that's in it, probably Lil Baby could. I give her a doctor PDF, she'd be like, what you changed?
Well, the police clearly felt like it was manipulated because they didn't want to accept it. They were like, we're not accepting this version. We want your actual, like, your legitimate phone records. And again, I guess the legitimate phone record, like I said,
because legitimate phone records.
I'm not saying that there isn't.
If they're going to convict somebody.
Right.
You have actual phone records.
I'm not saying that there isn't valid proof. I'm just saying I don't want to accept it. That's what I'm saying.
At that time, when they asked for his full records, you know how the police do. They probably knew at that time that he might have did something, and they were trying to get the full phone to kind of prove him wrong, and he might have suspected it. So that's, I don't know. I think
they wanted to prove him, like they want.
It's more to it than, and I understand. I commend the public or whoever behind that let all the information out at one time, because that's how people kind of change their story.
Like so much out.
But
they did this.
There's a lot out. It's way too much information.
Like, all right, so wait,
it's too much information now.
So they beat him down. Hopped the plane, went back to Nigeria.
So yeah,
and came back with $500.
What did they arrest him at? Where were they when they found them?
That hasn't been. I haven't seen that nowhere.
What where the brothers were?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Right, like I don't know if they were arrested at customs when their flight landed or whatever.
I don't know.
But that hasn't been posted out nowhere. Nobody's asking what.
And how did they tie? How did it eventually tie these two brothers back to him?
Now that is what I would like to know. How did the information that they gathered lead them to these two guys? That is interesting to me.
Well, he identified them.
No, he said he didn't know who did it. He said they were wearing ski masks.
Nah, just when
Jesse said it?
Yeah, we showed the video.
Oh, then I take it back. Because they had tattoos or something probably. He knew.
I don't know, from their face.
I'm just
reading
he identified. But two Nigerians run around.
So then why would he, if he paid them to beat him up, why would he tell the police, yeah, that's them?
Right.
No one good and damn well, like, why would he do that? If I paid you to beat me up, I would be leading the police in so many weird directions. I would never lead the police back to you.
It was a short Asian guy with a lot of hair.
You know what I'm saying? It would be a totally different description. A totally different description.
What? What?
I'm saying it would be a totally different description. Like, how in the hell that was so stupid. Why would he say, yeah, I know them. They worked on this at an Empire. They're brothers. They're from Nigeria. If I paid them to beat me up, that's stupid.
Like, they're connected, period.
No
matter what. They was on the set.
I think it's been one of the situations that we never
really
will know the inside of it.
I mean, we might not know the whole story, but like I said, there's a part of me I just don't want to believe it. And for a lot of reasons, I don't want to believe it.
Out the other end.
Right, there are a lot of reasons why I don't want to believe this story.
Records.
No. Court.
I mean,
court come out the other end. That's what we don't know. Whatever.
Sealed records.
We'll see if it's on the next season.
Like, we will never get the emails from NFL. Sealed records, settlements, non-disclosures. Things happen between here and there.
Well, like your boy, with the Rainbow Bright, they cut a deal.
69 Tekashi.
Yeah.
69.
Who the hell?
The rapper Tekashi 69, who's cooperating with the feds now, and like he had 9 charges against him that he could have faced up to 40 years in jail. Basically, now he about to get out because he snitched on everybody. I keep telling people, I tell my students all the time, I tell everybody that whole no snitching shit go out the window when it's you. It sound good when you on the sideline, but when you in the box,
I'm sorry,
and they start talking about you facing 40 years in jail.
You ain't watch First 48? You watch First 48?
Watch the First 48, I'm telling you.
But you're a rapper named Tekashi. You sound kind of soft from the jump, so...
You should see him. You never seen him?
I'm sorry, Lee. I don't follow rappers.
He look a hot mess.
And who's the rapper that was British and anybody know?
21 Savage.
See, they all look alike. The Migos, all of them all look alike and sounded like to me, so...
Yeah, so...
Oh, Big Daddy Kane gonna be in... Oh, sorry.
Where's Big Daddy Kane gonna be?
Him and Adina Howard.
Where?
Good luck.
Let's get some tickets.
Howard Theater, Royal Fund, something.
Oh, I hate the Howard Theater. Well, I hate to say that though, but I'm not crazy about the Howard Theater.
Really?
Wolf Farms I could do, but the Howard Theater.
It's gonna be somewhere. Dina Howard and Big Daddy Kane.
I could do Big Daddy Kane because
I could do Big Daddy Kane too.
Y'all know I went to the Howard Theater to see Rakim. I acted like
Dina Howard back.
Man, I don't care. I act like I was 12 years old again, and he touched my hand. I about fell out. And I'm a grown ass woman.
This Tekashi?
That's Tekashi 69. Let me tell you something about Rakim. Rakim could get it. I love Rakim. I think he is sexy as shit.
He gonna turn real quick. They probably offered his ass a bag of Cheetos and he turned.
Not a bag of Cheetos.
It didn't take much.
I mean, they was about to twist all his colored braids in the ponytail when he got it. He gonna be sitting in front of one dude's legs.
Bubba's gonna be braiding his hair.
Somebody's girlfriend.
You need an updo, man.
Trust me, he's about it. Yeah.
All right,
we might get a French roll.
All right, people. Well, thank you guys for hanging with us. Anything else anybody want to talk about? Like, we're going to keep our eye on the Jussie Smollett story. Like I said, I don't want to believe it, but it is what it is, man.
What it is.
There is something that we're not going to really be able to
We
get
were having
into
a good conversation about Men Are For Mark. We're going to have to do our relationship.
That's what I want to do. I want to do.
We have to do our relationship roundtable.
Something, a little something. Right now.
Okay. Give me a little something right now.
I don't know.
Okay, wait a minute. Before we get into that,
okay.
There is somebody I stumbled across before I came here. Mm-hmm. It's a lady named Tamala Horsford. And this happened in November of...
The lady who was killed?
2018.
Okay.
She was a 40-year-old mother of 5, wife, mother of 5, who was a football mom. And the moms decided to have a sleepover. You know, women just trying to hang out, whatever. So she went to
last week.
Drink wine.
Yeah. She went to, and it was supposed to be these. It was 10 people all together at the sleepover. 3 of them were men. I'm not sure how wide it is. I get we all trying to be equal and give me liberty or whatever.
Okay.
She wound up dead. She was
beaten to death, right?
Yeah, she was beaten to death, and they found her face down in the front yard.
At her house?
No,
it was sleepover.
At another person's house. At another person's house. One of the women's houses. She was the only African American.
Another woman's house?
Yeah, she was the only African American there. Everyone else was Caucasian.
All right.
They found her in the front yard. Now, from what I read, they found her in the front yard, face down, beaten. She had already died. Face down. At 7:30 in the morning. They didn't call the police till 9:30.
Wow.
And then one of the men who was at the sleepover works for that area's police department.
What?
And they're like, no investigation. The family has not been given an autopsy. Mind this happened in November of 2018. So we talking 4 months ago, roughly 3-4 months ago. No autopsy, no police report. They're not trying to give them any information. The one guy who was there, who worked for the police department, some understanding, he's lost his job. But other than that, nothing has gone past that.
Why did he lose his job? He didn't do nothing.
I know. So now this husband, these 5 children don't have a wife, don't have a mom.
The 5 children don't have a wife?
5.
I said the husband don't have a wife.
Oh, okay.
The 5 children don't have a mom.
But the 5 children didn't have a wife.
She said it right.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, I thought I'd heard it that way to begin with. But then she said I understand I've been drinking. So I've been drinking. I just let her have it.
I've been drinking.
These niggas here.
I'm just,
I remember I did read a little something about that, and again, I say we have to have the same energy I have for Jussie Smollett.
Yes,
we have to have that same energy for these types of stories. Yeah. I don't know anything more than what you just said, but we definitely need to continue to put the pressure, be public about.
But that bothers me. Like, how is there nothing out about it?
Yeah,
as far as evidence or conviction, nothing.
And she went to what? She went to the sleepover under the guys that it was gonna be all women.
So when there were 3 guys there,
it was 3. So that part right there.
That's a problem. That
sounds like an ID episode. Like something definitely went down.
Right, and I'm not knowing more means. I feel for this family. I praise God for this family and everyone who knew her and is touched by this happening.
What's her name?
Tamla, I hope I'm saying it right. It's Tamla. Tamla, last name is Horsford.
Yeah, Tamla.
So my thought is, for me, red flags would go up. Because if I got there and men were there, I'd have been like, oh, you know what? I forgot my toothpaste. I'm going to go ahead and go on home.
For all y'all saying something, she should have left. Well, shut up.
But
Really? Well, shut up.
but think about it, but I don't know how wasn't it? I don't know how.
I mean, I'm just saying.
But I know she could have got there, walked into her bag
She
down.
could have knew everybody there.
Yeah, and I mean, we don't know what happened.
It was like, oh, we got different rooms.
Little baby said, "Don't go the Christian route. If somebody accused of murder, you better call on everybody to get it." That's what I'm saying. We need to figure out what the fuck is going on. Like that whole story is just so much that don't make sense in that story.
There was a situation like maybe 2-3 years ago where this. I don't know if y'all remember this young girl.
She faced down the front lawn one day in the suburbs
at 7:30 in the morning. But they said they found her 7:30 in the morning. You didn't call the police till fucking 2 hours later.
What?
You have a dead body. Regardless of whether she was at your house or not, you had a dead body in your front yard for 2 hours, and no one thinks to call the police. You find her at 7:30, and then you don't call until 9:30.
What's over weekend?
It was I forgot. It was November 4th, so whatever day. It had been a weekend.
That's a problem. No, that
yeah. I'm saying,
what part of the country does it say where that took place?
I'm about to find out
because how do they find her at 9:30?
We need to make it public, and people need to.
Who
like
had
said,
to leave early?
People need to keep that same energy like we
Georgia.
have for Jesse Small in Georgia.
I'm just saying, who leaves a sleepover who had somewhere to be by 10?
I mean, I left a sleepover last weekend, but
so it was 7 white women and 3 white men at the home in Forth, Georgia.
Right.
She was severely beaten in her head and face. Her body was discovered by the homeowner's aunt around 7:30 a.m. However, 911 was not called until 9:30 a.m.
Oh yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, we got problems.
That's definitely a problem.
We got a lot of problems with this.
Yeah.
Because you could have been alive at 7:30.
She could have been.
She might have been. But the fact, that tells me that y'all was sitting around trying to get rid of evidence, trying to get y'all story straight. Like, 2 hours is a big window.
What you gonna say? Right. What you gonna say?
Well, we were together the whole night. We didn't do nothing.
You know why that conversation was happening? Because somebody from the police department was there. And
yeah, that's a problem.
We all need to say the same thing.
We definitely need to investigate that.
There was this like maybe 3 years ago where it was a young girl. She went to a sleepover. Teenagers. She went to a sleepover, and when she got to a sleepover,
that's one of those conversations that's not going to bode well for any of my children. But go ahead.
Young girl, teenager.
Oh, that's when they got stabbed. They stabbed her.
No, they beat the hell out of her.
Okay.
It was the girl who came sleep over. She was a teenager. Mm-hmm. The girl that was her friend lived there. That girl's mother, a couple aunts, and some uncles were all at the house, got together. They had to sleep over with the intent of beating this girl. They beat her and put her in a hospital. This is like maybe 3 years ago. Put her in a hospital. I want to say it happened in the DMV. I can't remember for sure. But they somehow they put her out or something, or they released her that next morning. She went home. Her family saw her, took her to the hospital, because she was badly beaten. Oh, don't worry about it, because she had some Pookies and some Jims and some whatever. They went to the house, knocked on the door.
And got it in.
And they shit got the rumbling. And then the people who abused the girl called the police on her family. And was like, oh, y'all are there at my house. They're threatening me, da-da-da. Thankfully, the police that showed up had kids. And was like, what the hell happened? They put out their phone like, this is what she did to my daughter, cousin, whatever. She was here last night. They beat the hell out of her. The police was like, oh, we're not pressing charges on this family.
That's crazy.
So that's what I'm trying to figure out what's going on here with this situation with this 40-year-old woman. I mean, we at the point where,
Okay, that's some G shit right there.
Yeah. And they asked the girl who had to sleep over. They said, why?
Because I'd have been like, wait, can we finish though? They're gonna press
right, if you're not going to press charges, can I
finish?
That's crazy. I never heard that story. That's crazy. Well, I heard a story about the girls that stabbed the other girl. There was 3 white girls that they stabbed.
Oh, in the woods.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
But I didn't know. That's crazy.
Yeah. And they asked her.
This was in the area?
I think it was in the area. And they asked why they basically jump her. Teenage, new age shit. Oh, she didn't speak to me in the hallways. Oh, she dressed better than me. Oh, I'm trying to be her friend and she didn't want to be my friend.
We got to do better, people. That's all I got about that.
Yeah,
that's all I got to say about that.
It's not the law for anybody to like you.
Yeah.
No. Last I checked.
Yeah.
Not the last
I have no trouble caring that people exist. Much less I got to pretend I enjoy your company.
Well, we do know that. So what were you going to say about the men are for Mars, the women are for Venus piece?
Nothing. I was going to, I was just saying we should probably just have that you kicked this
We
off.
need to-
Because you had
okay,
the best story.
I want to have
No, I don't.
Because you had the best. I mean,
I want to have a. Okay, we can do it at my
clean it up
house.
for the public.
We can do it at my house. I think I can make shrimp fried rice for y'all
What?
and some wine.
Wait. Okay, I'll bring my own.
Oh, bring y'all Jack. I had some wine,
Saying.
and I'll
It
make
goes
sure.
without saying.
And I'll make sure fried rice.
So what do we want to do? All right, so we've been talking about doing a relationship episode because we do need, like, we have, like, I'm single. These people are married.
Why do
We have another friend who's divorced. So maybe we can have a mixed group of single, married, divorced, and like really have this conversation and really talk. I know it's been talked to death. Like people talk about relationships all the time, but you know,
But it's better if I'm there.
Right. Our group of friends, because our group of friends, we definitely have some different views on marriage. We have some interesting marriages.
Do we? We got the same shirts on though.
Y'all do.
We
And that was so unplanned.
Yeah.
You see, I had my Olympic, protest with the shirt on, but
Right,
this
yeah,
was so unplanned.
We didn't get the memo.
I know.
I didn't get the memo either, clearly. I didn't even know the movie until today. But anyway, so we're going to plan that, you guys.
So what I want to talk about, okay, so just to give you a brief, what I want to talk about relationships is, one, things that we don't necessarily talk about. I know we talk about a lot, but like one, I think women need to stop supporting the foolish shit that other women do. And I think a lot of women don't talk about that. Seriously, we need to stop being the fucking amen section for the stupid shit that other women do. Women, sometimes, he ain't scared of you being strong. He ain't scared of you
That's
being
funny,
powerful.
little baby.
What?
She said, like, you would look at Married to Medicine.
No.
Oh, she was talking about, it was a reference to Married to Medicine.
Oh.
So it wouldn't be funny.
We just start talking about, women. No, it's not that you're too strong or he can't stand strong women. Your ass is the irritating bitch. Let's just be for real. That's the shit that I want to talk about. And it's
We do this at your house?
do it in my house.
What day, nigga? We need to put this on the calendar.
we need to go and put that one
That's
down.
the stuff I want to talk about. The taboo shit that we don't necessarily talk about that's out there that we kind of, girl, you too strong. And then behind her back, that bitch don't cook. She can't clean and her shit probably weak. But we don't want to say that. But let's be honest. Because if you and women who keep picking the same type of fucking dude,
Well, I have that problem. I have that problem. I pick the same dude over and over again.
and then you expect something different. Why?
I don't expect anything different. I have to figure out why the fuck I keep picking the same type of dude.
Okay, but see now you.
I know what the end is gonna be. I just don't know why I keep on the beginning.
That's the stuff I want to talk about.
Wait, what?
What?
How?
Huh?
How you start knowing how it's going to end?
Because when you date the same type of
It
person
doesn't
over
hurt to
and
call
over
a spade a
again, then
spade.
you
We need
know.
to hold each other accountable. We don't progress always. We don't what? Yeah, progress telling someone what they want to hear.
Exactly.
And that's it. No,
I don't
yeah.
never like
And see, that's it. I
my
was
friends
raised-
never tell me what I want to hear. We were having a conversation before the show started.
Yeah.
They don't tell me what I want to hear.
Whew.
They do tell me what I need to hear. Now whether I take their advice or not, that's a problem. That's my issue
Right.
on my end. But
Right.
they
But you
always
can't say you
tell
weren't
me
told.
right. I cannot say I wasn't told, but they always tell me what I need to hear.
Cause see, I was raised by my mama and my auntie always said, call a spade a spade. Like I say this all the time. I probably was the only damn kid in my neighborhood, but I was allowed to say, you're lying. Every other kid had to be, he told a story or he told an untruth. I got to say, no, he's lying. Call a liar a liar. Call a spade a spade.
I hate when
Don't
people try to say, "Oh no, he exaggerated." No, he lied.
He fucking lied. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't sugarcoat shit.
Wait,
you know,
what did he do?
he lied. Ma Hayes
Wait,
always.
what did he do?
He fucking lied. Ma Hayes used to always say, she's always said, you want the truth? The naked truth with no dress on. And when
Naked
the
truth with
naked
no-
truth with no, and when she
I mean,
said
that seems
that
like
shit,
it's
you
like
know it was
naked-
going
Of course, he doesn't have a dress on because he's naked.
naked. But when she said it to me, I knew it was going to come out. I knew how it was going to come. And I think too often we sugarcoat stuff. And I'm not saying that. I will say this. I don't like when people like, keep it real. Because the keep it real people be the fakest motherfuckers out there.
Wrong all the time.
But I think we do need
It
to
was
be
4 Days
honest.
Spelled episodes on that.
When keeping it real goes wrong,
Yeah.
those are some funny ones.
But we need to be honest with our friends. Like I had to tell a friend one time, she had called me about something, and she called me, and I tell my friends, if you need comfort and solace and hold handing, don't call me because I'm not the person to give it to you. I'm not. So she called me with some relationship issues that she was having, and I listened to her. I like, get your shit out before I go off. Get it out, and I let her get it out, and I listen as a friend. But as a person, I'm like, what the fuck are you expecting from this dude? You know, you're expecting greatness from a dude who work at Fuddruckers and don't want to take a hamburger flipping test. What the fuck do you want from him?
Wait,
like,
I'm sorry.
Yes, I know. We off camera. We're talking about off camera. But yes, so you couldn't expect greatness from this person. And I couldn't be a friend and be like, girl, he gonna get it. He gonna move up the fries and shakes. No, I couldn't be that person. I couldn't be that person. I couldn't support.
He gonna move up the fries and shakes.
I couldn't support this. So I had to tell her. And it was funny because after we got the
Whoa, you're stupid.
Wait a minute.
After we got the phone, she had put up a post and she was like, it's always good to talk to friends and tell you the truth and give you the honesty. Because, you know, the truth hurts sometimes. And I had to reply. I was like, the truth is not here to comfort you. That's not what the truth is for. The truth is here to motivate and move you, not to comfort you. So you can't be complacent and expect, because if you hear the same thing or what you want to hear all the time, then you're never going to grow.
That's true.
And I think that's a problem with a lot of our relationships, that we want to keep doing the same stuff over and over again and expect a different result. And expect for, it's all, like I love Michelle Obama. Remember she said she took Barack to, couples therapy, couples counseling, and she went in there and she was like all ready for the counselor to tell him
that
what he was doing wrong.
Right.
And the counselor, she got him together, but then she turned to Michelle, like, okay, now what your problem is? And she looking like, what, me? I don't have a problem. And I think a lot of women, we operate in that space of who, me? So I want to dig into the stuff that we don't touch.
What?
I don't disagree with that. We had to. What we're gonna have to do. So you guys, the preview is we're gonna put this together for you guys. And you know, I see some of the comments. I'll take those into consideration. But we're definitely gonna keep a mixed group. Like I said, we have friends that are divorced. I'm single, never been married. We got friends with kids, friends without kids, single parents. We got some happily married people.
We do
some interestingly married people. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Interestingly married.
The interestingly married people. I'm gonna leave it at that. We have some non-traditional situations, so we're gonna try to get a good group, and we're gonna come up with some specific questions so it doesn't go all over the place. But it sounds good, y'all.
And one preview I do want to give, since we just passed that holiday, Valentine's Day. Women.
Oh, this is going to be good. I'm going to let you have your moment because, you know, you ain't been here this year.
Well, thank you.
You ain't been here this year. Go ahead.
Okay, women. Oh, Jesus. There's 365 days in the year. If he don't call you, he don't do shit for you, he don't appreciate you, he don't take you nowhere, why in the fuck do you expect some grand gesture on fucking Valentine's Day? Get your whole fucking life together. It's not going to happen. No.
Wait.
He ain't that.
Wait, how much of your life?
Your whole fucking life together.
Okay,
That's one. Two. Stop asking for fucking flowers and jewelry and candy to impress your fucking bottom basement ass bitch ass little friends.
Wait, who are they again?
Bottom basement bitch ass friends who ain't getting shit.
Somebody write that down.
Who ain't getting shit their damn self, but you trying to fucking impress them. Why? Who gives a shit? If you got your fucking relationship and it's solid, don't nobody give a shit what you got. Let me tell y'all something. My husband and I, we fucking 24 years in this game. You know what I got for Valentine's Day? My mortgage is paid.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? My kids in school. We eat. We have heat. And I'm not saying he don't love me. Because you know what? We don't wait for February 14th, some fucking arbitrary date that some cracker pulled out the sky and said,
cracker. She pulled up the Chris Rock joint. Cracker.
To celebrate for that day. Show your love because it's Wednesday. Show your love because it rained outside. Show your love because you love that person.
Don't white jack. Never mind.
Don't bottle that shit up and say, oh, now I got to impress my friends and you're all in your feelings because somebody did not show you love on this date because somebody told you to. We need to stop. Stop setting yourself up. Stop setting your man up for that. That shit is just epic failure. Don't do it.
Epic.
So get your whole life to fucking together.
Whoa. Whole
life.
Whole
fucking life.
Okay.
Wait,
together.
There's the fucking together.
Wait, there's a whole... Wait, motherfucking.
Oh, get your whole motherfucking life together. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying. This the shit I want to scratch the surface of in relationships. Our expectations.
It's only you want to scratch more on the surface, but go ahead.
I'm about to say, yeah.
And what we're willing to give, because while you sit back talking about what he won't do, what the fuck is you doing? Because it's about showing love. That shit had never been a gender biased holiday. No one ever said, oh, Valentine's Day is a woman's holiday. Commercially, that's what it has become. But that's not what it was about. It was supposed to have been about love. And again, you do your history and look back at it. We just start celebrating Valentine's Day until De Beers.
Well, we know what De Beers started the whole diamonds, a girl's best friend piece of it. So diamonds became valuable when De Beers, who was a diamond company, told you they were valuable. But anyway, don't give me.
And that was less than 100. That was less than 100 years ago.
But if you look at, if you look at the market, the market, diamonds aren't that valuable.
They're not.
At all.
They're not.
At all. They don't use them for shit.
They're
not used for anything.
But the sale.
Like jewelry. They're not used for anything. The diamonds are used, like dust diamonds are used on blades for in like industrial stuff. But not jewelry.
Right.
Jewelry has no value.
De Beers, go back and De Beers told us that diamonds were a girl's best friend. It was a marketing campaign that now has stuck. I don't, you know what? If and when Lord willing, I ever get engaged, Lord willing, I find my soulmate.
Thank you.
I don't even want a diamond. I've always wanted a ruby because that's my birthstone. I've always wanted a ruby as an engagement ring.
And get that ruby because that's what you want, not because your friends expecting you to have this. Okay,
look. I got my baby ruby now. This is my baby ruby.
I have no rings. Me and my husband don't have rings. Does that mean we not married?
No rings.
No. Does that mean we don't love each other? No. That just wasn't what we did. But again, 4 years in this. So come on now, y'all. Stop trying to impress people. Don't mean shit to you. Don't give a shit about you.
Well.
For what?
Nigga.
Again, for some damn arbitrary ass day that somebody made up.
And they did, y'all. It is totally a manufactured holiday.
Hallmark is gangster.
If you can't show me love any other day, like, for real, stop.
But you all in your fucking feelings because he didn't deliver some ragged ass flowers to you.
They could have got from a dude because this is a dude that got a shop on downtown.
That's going to die.
Stand right there.
That's going to die. And the thing about it is, and in some cultures, they don't believe in cutting.
2 dozen for 20 if you talk them down.
If you celebrate the 15th, you really can. But in some cultures, they don't cut flowers. They believe it's a bad symbol because you're cutting something that's going to die. So I'm giving you a dying flower to represent my love for you, which means my love for you is what? Dying has an end. Some cultures say, some cultures say give a plant or give a seed. Because you nurture like a relationship, and the more you take care of it, the more it grows.
That is an interesting concept.
And no matter what, it continues to blossom. If you take care of it, like your relationship, it continues to grow, it continues to blossom if you nurture and take care of it. Wow. But y'all spend $200 on some fucking fake-ass flowers. But go on with your good self, though. Enjoy them damn flowers.
And have all y'all at the receptionist desk at work, like, anything come for me? Did I get something?
Did you do something? What did you do for the PO for Valentine's Day? Did you do anything, or do y'all have like a whole like we don't celebrate type thing?
We have a whole like no, I'm sorry, just playing. She didn't get flowers because one, I got allergies. I ain't get flowers in my house.
There you go.
I ain't got time for that.
Right. But she's supposed to kill you, so.
But what she does, what I know my wife does like is chocolate.
There you go.
And strawberries.
There you go.
Got her some chocolate covered strawberries. Did you feed them to her too?
2 dozen.
Did you feed them to her?
I didn't have opportunity.
We don't need all that.
Oh, that's too much information.
I mean, they was delivered.
Oh, so by the time you got home, they was
got home. So the box was naked on the floor, nigga. That shit was like a skeleton.
You should have told her save 5, put 5 in the refrigerator. Because I
ain't about to tell her what to do. She don't tell me what to do. I ain't about to tell her what to do.
But I'm just saying, I don't mean in that kind of way. I mean like in a save 5
baby,
for me,
can you save 5 for me?
And you could have fed them to her.
Nah, because that was stuff and she too loud to kill song.
That was too much information.
She what? I missed
that. That was too much information.
It was recorded. Are we going to end this?
Yeah, we're about to end it.
2 hours.
That was too much. We were doing this for 2 hours?
Yeah,
yes.
2 hours, 52 seconds. Thank y'all for hanging in there with us. Thank y'all for hanging in with our
I'd rather have an edible arrangement too, little baby. But you guys, thanks a lot for coming through. Thanks for hanging in there. Thanks for all the comments. We look forward to it. We're going to try to do this more regularly.
Right. We enjoy the conversations.
As you can see, the sun has gone down while we were talking.
Right.
Y'all have a great President's Day weekend. Even though we don't have a real president, enjoy the day off if you get one. And with that being said,
the next time y'all see Monique on TV talking about boycotting some shit, look at her and be like, really, bitch?